Here we go already. The injury bug has struck the UFC. But hey, it's your boy DHP, and y'all know the rest, man. And hey, so originally, because this is going to be like a women's MMA talk video. Originally, it was going to be strictly Maycee Barber and Alexa Grasso, them running the rematch back. But we got some news. So Kayla Harrison has fractured her neck. And so that fight with Amanda Nunes is, you can basically say, it's postponed. Because they're going to run the fight regardless. When Kayla gets healthy, when she gets the surgery done and shit like that, they're going to run the fight. The crazy thing about this shit is that Kayla Harrison said something, and I just read it like a couple hours ago, right before, like 5-10 minutes before we got the word that she fractured her neck. She was talking about she was going to put Amanda back in retirement. She's not going to make 324. Basically, she's talking about she's going to do her dirty, right? And lo and behold, Kayla Harrison is not going to hold up. Now, I'm going to give her this pass, because last Kayla Harrison video I made, like last year, I crucified this shit out of her for the whole shit with Chris Cyborg. And then on top of that, you called Amanda Nunes out earlier. What was like for 300? You called her out for 300, knowing she wasn't ready to come back yet. And then on top of that, you have to go when you come back. For those that don't know, right? For the niggas that's new to my channel, right? I spoke about this before. When you retire, and I'm just speaking on if you're a new fan of the sport. If once you retire and you get out of the testing pool and you come back and you want to come back, you have to re-enter the testing pool. And to re-enter the testing pool, it's a whole process. So it ain't like you can just come back and you can get a fight booking and you be right back within like 2-3 months. It's actually a long process. It's not super long process, but it's actually a long process. And so I crucified her for that, because you calling a man out on 2 to 3 weeks notice for 300 and knowing that she has to come back and re-enter the testing pool. So, but this time I'm not going to crucify her, because it's an injury. It's unfortunate, because we're like 1 week away from UFC coming back on, and it's unfortunate that, as usual with this sport, we always have at least about 30 to 40% of fight bookings dealing with one of the stars of the sport or a top, a high level fight. 30 to 40% of them fights always get canceled the first time around due to injury, whether it's, weight cutting issues, fight, in fight camp injuries. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate that Kayla fractured her neck, and so I'm interested to see what fight is going to take its spot, because that was the co-main event spot. So it'd be interesting to see what the UFC do. I mean, they usually be on point with this, so it'll be interesting to see what they do, what fight they choose to replace that fight. But I was honestly looking forward to it, because women's MMA wise, y'all know I did say, for those that are new to my channel, I did say I'm gonna start talking about the women's much more this year and beyond. And I did say in the past, really, I only watch women's MMA now for just Valentina, Mackenzie Dern, Thug Rose still, because she's still fighting. But I'm gonna cover the whole women's side of things much more in depth. And it's unfortunate that this year starting out, women's MMA was going to be put right back on the map, because Amanda, despite whether, whatever you think of Amanda, whatever you think of Kayla Harrison, this was about to be a banger fight. Honestly, if you combine every fight on that card, in particular for 324, it's the top 3 most anticipated fight on that card. If not, number 1 over Patty and Justin. So it's unfortunate that Kayla fractured her neck. I'm assuming, and Juliana Pena, she posted something on her story about, doing the trilogy. If I was Amanda Nunes, I would not go for that bait. I would not fall for that bait. Now, stylistically wise, even though I called the first fight, hey Hazy, when I called the first fight to a T. I was like, Juliana Pena, she's gonna upset Amanda, and it's gonna be that. Now the second fight proved that Amanda is just better than Juliana. So for Amanda, I would not take that bait. I would say the hell with Juliana Pena. I would just wait till Kayla gets healthy, and just run it back in the spring or the summertime. They could run it at the White House. Now I think about it, I did spoke about this in the video prior that I was going to talk about the White House in another video in detail, because there's a lot of shit going on with that, and I want to go in detail with everything with that. So honestly, we might be looking at that fight going to the White House card as like co-main event or something like that. So yeah, if I was Amanda, I'll say the hell with Juliana. I'm not falling for that bait. Go fight a contender or something. And Kayla Harrison, I'll wait for you to get healthy. So it's unfortunate, but yeah. So now on to Alexa Grasso and Maycee Barber, the rematch. This, like I said with Izzy, and shit. Dang, I done forgot already. Izzy and Joe Pyfer. Alexa Grasso and Maycee Barber. That fight, that's a very interesting matchup. Very interesting. And also it's very pivotal for Maycee Barber and Alexa Grasso, because if Alexa wants to get back in title contention, she has to beat Maycee. Because Maycee is one. Now Alexa Grasso is part of this current era for Valentina's weight division. But for Maycee Barber is part of this Aaron Blanchfield, this whole group with Aaron Blanchfield. Like, Maycee Barber needs to be up there in that conversation. So if Maycee, especially with the shit that happened with the whole shit with Aaron Blanchfield, she needs a redemption. She needs a redemption fight. She needs to get back in the good graces of the UFC, because I do feel like she low-key in the doghouse for that shit with Aaron Blanchfield. So this is a good stylistic matchup. Now, honestly, it's a good stylistic matchup for both of them. But it's a pivotal matchup. It's definitely a pivotal matchup for both of them. For Alexa to get back to what she was, and Maycee to further her and progress her career even further and get back. Because let's be honest, if she fought Aaron Blanchfield, right? Because Aaron Blanchfield was like one fight away from getting that, the title. If she would have made weight and not had that siege against Aaron Blanchfield, she went out to fight Aaron Blanchfield and she would have won, she would either A, fight Valentina right then and then, or B, she would have just fought Maron Farad for like a title eliminated fight. So with that being said, yeah, Alexa, Maycee rather, she actually needs to win this fight. They both need to win this fight, but I'm gonna say Maycee. Maycee definitely gotta win this fight, because she's part of this new era of contendership. As far as like the group, the whole group, she's part of that new era group of contenders to take over the division once Valentina leaves. Alexa, I do feel like Alexa had her time, but she can go up and, not go up and down, but she can go to Wei Lee's weight division and still be competitive. But we'll see we'll see where it go from here. So far it ain't a good start for women's MMA with this whole Kayla Harrison situation, but and I think I gotta go back and recheck, but I think Doug Rose got a fight booking too. I'm gonna recheck everything, because I think the next couple of days or whatever, I'm gonna come back with like a women's MMA rankings video, and we're gonna talk about everything with that. So as always, like I've been saying the past couple of days, I know I've been sniping my content, so I'm going to keep pushing out content because there's a lot of other shit we got to talk about, and there's a lot of other shit I want to talk about as far as, like, covering the sport of MMA. So, until my next video, I'm going to holler at y'all niggas later, man.